Now, you working out with different trainers, you going to different gyms. Things are working out. Some things weren't working out before, and then some things were working out. From having faith in God and things like that. Why do you think God would push you through some things working out and some things do working out? What was the message from that point on? Do you think that was straight? You got to persevere no matter what. Is that what you took from that?
I think God has a way, man, of just taking people through paths of life where they have to depend upon Him. And when I first started, man, I started from nothing. Me and my dad, and we made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of losses throughout my amateur career. I was like 150 wins, 48 losses. 48 losses is a lot of losses, but at the same time, I won everything and went to the Olympics. And the biggest thing that God showed me was like, okay, you know, if I say that, the Holy Spirit can teach you all things and guide you through life, the Holy Spirit is for real. I'm on the inside of you. I can teach you all things. So He taught us boxing, man. And then He blessed us with the finances. So there was so many people throughout my career that had a lot of talent that they couldn't continue on the box because they didn't have the funding. And throughout the whole entire amateur career of my amateur career, I always had the funding. It was through PAL, or it was through some sponsor, or it was through my own dad. He doing well in business and paying out of his pocket. I never didn't make it because I didn't have a gym to train in or didn't have the finances to travel and compete. Whereas that's the primary reason why most boxers don't make it, because they don't have a place to train continually and they don't have the finances to travel and compete. And God blessed me, and I saw God move and bless me all along the way. And I never had to beg or ask anybody for any money. All I did was what God told me to do, box. I just trained. I went to school and I trained. I show up at the gym, I trained. I work hard, I trained. I ran, I lift weights, I swam. I went to the gym. That was my job, to train. And God supplied my needs and all the way. And that's how I knew God was for me to make it. As far as it kept me going. It kept me going.
Now, growing up, eventually getting a little bit older now, and you're going to school with college. Could you kind of talk about your college journey while you were still training, and how to the mental balance of both, because that is not an easy thing to do at all.
Well, that's the only way I always knew it. I started boxing right after the sixth grade. So throughout, the seventh through 12th grade, man, I always had to balance that boxing schedule and school and books. So when I got to college, you're not taking 6 classes in one day. You're taking 2 or 3 classes a day, right? So the workload wasn't quite as heavy as it was when I was in high school. The high school I went to was a very good high school, one of the most popular high schools in Charlotte, and it was a flagship high school, and man, they overloaded me with so much work, man. If I could handle the workload of that, then college it wasn't really a problem. It still was a little bit stressful and everything with the busy schedule and everything, but I was used to it, and so it just took a lot of perseverance and hard work and dedication, but it was something that, for the most part, all boxers are doing that already. It wasn't any different for me than what it is to any other top amateur boxer that that's still in grade school. They all got that same discipline, that same hard work ethic, that same drive, that same be by themselves, is lonely at the top, let all the friends go, let everybody else go to games and stay after school. No, they going home and they training, man. They got to focus in the dream. And then they still got to go back after they train, get their work done before training and after training. It's just a lifestyle of not just a boxer, but pretty much all athletes. I mean, my kids are athletes, and they're the same way. I mean, my daughter was on the basketball team. My son, he plays sports year round, and they work hard all day long, man. It's just the nature of being an athlete while you still in grade school or in college. So it's nothing any different from anybody else that's an athlete.
Now, how much are you weighing by college now?
Well, I first started college, fresh out of high school, man, I was still boxing at 178 pounds. I was a
Okay.
light heavyweight. So, I was light heavyweight up until I was a junior in college, and then couldn't hold light heavyweight no more. And then I went up to heavyweight for about, I don't know, just a couple years. I didn't stay heavyweight that long, a couple years. And then 96, 97, 98. 96, 90, well, 96 was split between light heavy and heavyweight. So I went up at the end of 96 to heavyweight, made the 96 Olympic trials. I was in the Olympic trials with Floyd Mayweather, and Fernando Vargas, those guys, Antonio Tarver, those guys. And I didn't make the Olympic team. But so that's, and then I boxed at, so the middle of 96 to the middle of 98, basically 2 years, I was a heavyweight. And heavyweight in the amateurs at 201-pound weight limit. So by the time I got like in the middle of 98, man, I was walking around like 215, 216. And I was having to lose 15 pounds to make heavyweight. Man, I was too weak, man. And then I just went up to heavyweight in the middle of 1998. Super heavyweight. I went up to super heavyweight, which is like heavyweight in the pros.